I have absolutely no idea what I wrote here. God, my handwriting is terrible. Yeah, I have no idea. Anyways, I'm sure it's phenomenal. I'm sure it's great. But why you should watch Sweet Tooth? Well, I think it's just a beautiful, wholesome show. It's actually something, yeah, I was a little bit taken aback how much I enjoyed it. I didn't expect to enjoy it at all because, you know, Netflix originals can always be, they're not always the greatest or the best. Some are really great, right? Others, you know, a little rough. But this one hit, I think it just hit home a little bit more. I just enjoyed it. I really felt like Gus as a character. The main character, the boy, is just really well casted, and also he's just adorable, and you really feel for him. I think the emotions that he goes through, he acts like a 10-year-old or acts like a kid, right? Which is good because he is a kid. But he also, you know, how he deals with death, how he deals with just the emotions that he's going through and how he reacts, sometimes throwing a tantrum, sometimes being extremely stubborn, sometimes, you know, just goofing off and getting distracted. And I think this is exactly how a 10-year-old or a young boy would act, and I think that's why it's just so well done. Also, one thing that, you know, when you have a kid or a kid main character or main actor, sometimes it's not the smoothest. They're not always, I mean, they're kids, right? You can't expect Oscar-winning performances from them very often. But I think Gus is not, he's cute, you know? Like, he actually does a really good job. You feel for Gus. You understand what he's going through. He acts like a kid, right? He's not all of a sudden really mature for a 10-year-old. And we're making extreme decisions that I still, at 25, struggle to make. But ultimately, it's also just a beautifully shot show. It has these scenes, and I don't know, it's like it makes it even better when it just has this wonderful nature surrounding it all. Makes it feel more like, yeah, you're escaping the terrors of the world, right? And now he has to go back to the terrors of the world to discover and find the truth. And I think that element is just so beautifully done, where you really root for Gus that he won't be corrupted, or he won't, right? He has this innocence to him. Seeing his genuine excitement for mundane things is just so beautiful. And yeah, I think it's cool to see. Another why you should watch it, or why it's good, is because of Nonzo Anosi. Yeah, I have no idea if I said that name right. But big guy. Basically, I guess the biggest supporting character. He's just this big guy with a sense of humor, but also this really caring and loving heart. And I think he's just a perfect addition to this team, right, of Gus. He's just able to really love, right, care for Gus, right, even though he has never met him, and you understand, right, but he has this soft heart, right, because of the way you realize his past, right, and why he does it. Anyways, yeah, I think he's just a really good character, and these two together, I think, really carry the show. They also have this girl as one of the, you meet her a little bit later in the season, and she's okay, but I think she will be fleshed out more if they do make a second season, a third season, which I hope they do. And I think you'll understand her more. You'll feel more compassion, or you connect to her more. Right now, I don't think you do as much, or at least I didn't as much. I think the biggest thing of why you should watch it is because of the parallels to what we've gone through for the last 2 years with the pandemic, with us quarantining, and just the way that we reacted, especially America, the way that we reacted to it all. And those are just, it's like, yeah, it's shown like, oh yeah, this is why we reacted this way. Okay, I see. Maybe it wasn't the best that we reacted that way. Of course, this virus is a little bit more deadly, what they're going through, than what COVID is. But still, yeah, just the parallels or the elements of, them trying to isolate themselves, of how they're going to deal when someone tests positive, is like, yeah, we also pretty much did the same thing. We overreacted, or we panicked. I think that's the best word for it. They panic in the show, and we panicked in real life, and that's what makes it very relatable. Also, the element of having these hybrids, these half human, half animals, makes it a little more exciting, right? Some of them are rough, I'm not gonna lie. You know, some of the more animalistic kids, where their animal sides are a lot more stronger than their human side, it's rough to look at. It's not the cleanest CGI in the world. But the ones like Gus are extremely well CGI, almost very natural in their ways of having their animal little characteristics attached to their human bodies. And I think that just makes it quite exciting. And it's also understanding, these kids, can I relate to them? A little bit, right? Because they're a little bit ostracized. And I was maybe ostracized as a kid. Maybe you were as well, right? For our weird. Maybe it wasn't so physical. But, whatever it is, right? And because of that, there's also that element of understanding. Ultimately, I think Sweet Tooth is just a really wholesome, cute show. And I really recommend it. And I think Netflix did a really good job with it. And I hope they have a few more seasons coming out. I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you did watch it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. But that's it for now. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and of course, take care. Peace. Yeah, and it's interesting that they also made him a deer. I think that's just a cute little addition to it, Okay, that's